All right, welcome everybody to another episode of Providence Lucha Talk. This is Luisito,
Hey, Jay Aguila.
and we're back. We could have missed SummerSlam, so we're back for our prediction for SummerSlam this Saturday, because Sunday's NXT, which is kind of interesting, but should be fun.
August 21st, Saturday on the in Las Vegas, which is kind of dope. So, is Cardi B still going to be the special guest host, or that's not written?
I think they're using her music, but I don't know because everything that's going on. I think she might maybe do an appearance or maybe like a cameo.
Nice.
But I know they've been using her promo music and stuff for the SummerSlam stuff, which is good for them.
Yeah, it's very catchy. It goes along with it. So here we go once again, doing pay-per-views prediction. I think this is more of our repertoire because we have fun doing these. Even though there's a lot of stuff going on with AEW, TNT, Impact, AAA, even NXT, but we're just playing it safe right now. So we're just doing some prediction right now for WWE. So SummerSlam, we're going to start with some future predictions. So these are matches that may or may not happen. So they're not guaranteed. Okay. So the first one we see that may or may not happen is the Raw Tag Team title being defended by AJ Styles and Omos versus the RK Bros of combined of Randy Orton and Riddles. If this match does happen, Luisito, let's just be brief about it. Who would you pick and why?
I'm still I think AJ Styles almost are keeping it because I know there's a lot of inner turmoil between RK Bros. I would like them to have a few, maybe from that few come together, similar to like what Edge and Randy Orton had. But I think there's too much stuff in between the two to Randy Orton to finally win the title. But I think that champions retains.
I think the belt is gonna change because this is something I've been pushed for quite some time, even during the ending of the Thunderdome. The idea of them winning the belt seems pretty legit. What better way of them getting the belt than during pay-per-view, even if it's a pre-show? I think this will be a great opportunity for them. So if it doesn't happen, oh well, but if it does, kudos. Good luck. Another match that may not happen is Eva Marie versus Alexa Bliss, with Doudrop being on the side on the sideline. If this match does occur, Luisito, who do you pick?
I still got Alexa. I think Eva Marie, she's not overused Doudrop. I know she's been using it since they did on like an appearance. But I think Alexa Bliss, something's gonna be with Lily. Something's gonna happen. She might possess she might possess Doudrop or something. Because I think on today's Monday, so today's episode, Doudrop held Lily, so maybe she got possessed from that. And maybe Doudrop might like attack Eva or something like of that nature. But I got Alexa Bliss winning this one, and also even Marie can wrestle, so it's like,
if Alexa Bliss pulled the same stuff that she did with Nia Jax and Blazer, then sure, Alexa Bliss all the way. But if Doudrop doesn't fall for the trick, then I could see Eva Marie. I'm 50-50, but I'm more 51 towards Alexa Bliss of winning this hypothetical match, if it does happen, by the help of her mysterious power, which we all know it's Bray Wyatt. Now, let's go for the official stuff, the stuff that already been announced on this Instagram, the Facebook, the social media, even on the website. Let's talk about some of the official match that we know. Let's start with Drew McIntyre versus Jinder Mahal, with Veer and Shanky being banned from ringside. With a match like this, a story that's been building quite pretty well since the Thunderdome, and now the ring being live. Who could you see winning this match?
I have Jinder winning.
Interesting.
Yeah.
How?
So today on Monday, basically for the match to qualify for the stipulation, Drew McIntyre beat basically was 2-1 handicap.
Right.
So he's already going towards SummerSlam with a win.
Right.
The whole year's been basically the year, not last year, but basically COVID season and stuff, been the year of McIntyre, and we've been waiting for basically this match. So I feel something's gonna happen, and Drew McIntyre winning is not gonna help him, and it's not gonna help Jinder. Jinder winning is gonna make a feud stronger, and it's gonna validate Jinder as a heel for especially for Raw before they start doing the superstar shakeup and the draft and stuff. So Jinder came back for a reason, and it's for this one against Drew McIntyre.
All right, I mean, strong comment from my co-host here, but I'm opposed. It's Drew McIntyre, baby. It's all the way. Now that we have fans, now that Drew has an opportunity to, even get more of the hype of the energy of the fans as well, how can you not give him that big win on SummerSlam, one of the top 4 pay-per-view for WWE throughout the year? Sure, Jinder could be a heel regardless, because even if he loses, he's still going to be a great heel in my book. I think in our eyes, I think I could speak for you as well. He's been a hell of a heel. So I think, Jinder winning, cool, but Drew is definitely favorable in my book. Hoping with a few Claymore kicks, we'll get the job done.
Yeah, so I see your point, but I feel like the Jinder situation, if he had the other 2 guys with them, then you know what I'm saying, the odds would be against McIntyre. Then it'd be better, not a better match of McIntyre for basically be 3 against 1 than story. But if it's 1-on-1, I think Jinder's gonna pull it off. And he basically was champion before Drew was, so he always has that claim. I was champion before you were, even though they weren't during the same time, but he was able to get a championship before. But I think Jinder might do a collapse and might get that one.
I definitely agree. So with that, us being opposed from these matches, another non-title match, which has been getting really, really good hype, and I'm really excited for. I think it's the Opportunities versus the
Architect.
The Architect. Got him.
Or the Savior.
Or the Savior of SmackDown or wrestling, whatever you want to call them. So we got Edge versus Seth Rollins. Now, my pick is simple, and I like him a lot, and I'm hoping that he's able to deliver it with a strong spear, and it's going to be Edge. I know it's a bold for many, but Edge has to win this. Edge needs a certain type of W in order to get this type of vendetta over Seth Rollins for what he did about 7-8 years ago. So it's definitely like a full circle emotion, poetry emotion for Edge to be able to get this W. Luisito, who's your pick?
I like that we haven't met in a while, so I like that our wires haven't, we haven't synchronized yet. I'm going to Seth Rollins. He's gonna finish the business he couldn't get done when he was about to do the curb stomp on the briefcase. So I feel this is gonna be one of the matches before Edge not goes away, but I feel like that's gonna be one of the matches because he already lost against Roman. Okay, he lost against he won and then lost again against Randy Orton. So I feel like everybody big that he came back to beat or seek revenge, he's already done. But Seth Rollins, will be his basic statement to climb up the ladder to the heavyweight title, either for Universal Heavyweight. But I think this is going to be one of the big matches for him. And
I would say this: if Seth loses or wins, I still see him in the path of the Universal Championship, regardless of who wins the title. Which we're going to be talking in shortly about. But I could definitely see him still being involved because if it's with Roman, I mean, they already started something about a few weeks ago, which it's, very catching the eyes of the people. And if it's with John Cena, I mean, like they have history like back in like 2013, 2014 for many different championship and many different stipulation matches. So either way, I could definitely see Seth being in the picture for the Universal Championship if win or lose.
Yeah, but I think it's gonna be a good match. I feel like the I like that the crowds are back and Edge is back, and it's especially Edge feeds off the crowd, which is great. But I feel like that moment that I don't think he could be able to recapture that moment that he had at Royal Rumble.
Oh yeah, I believe so.
You think? Do you think he might get the same like
And
pop at SummerSlam?
like when the first SmackDown with live crowd occurred, he definitely got a great pop, a great reaction. So I definitely see people definitely like rooting, supported him, hoping for the best. Honestly, it all depends on how the writing goes. But you know, like I said, we're opposed. So you know what I'm saying? You're hoping for Seth. I'm hoping for Edge. May the best man win. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, let's go into the good stuff, the championship title matches. Let's start with a really good one. Our Puerto Rican cousin, who's about in his 40s, may or may not win his first WWE title after moving to Raw. And we're talking about Damian Priest versus Sheamus. Now, Luisito, I think I know who you're gonna pick, but can you please declare who is your choice of winning
We're
the
gonna
US
have
title?
the Archer of Infamy. We're gonna have Damian Priest as the winner. I could see that's my pick has always been. I wanted him to get, especially for this title. There's some things going on currently at Raw that we might see some stuff from the Miz or John Morrison and stuff. But if it's straight up one-on-one match between Sheamus and Damian Priest, got it.
Okay. And you're saying that if there's some type of way of interfere, then Sheamus
Unfortunately,
would take.
Damian, yeah.
Okay.
But I think if it's straight up one-on-one, like them two at it, Damian Priest got it.
Well, surprise, surprise. I am with you on this one. I am with Damian Priest. I would like to see my Caribbean cousin win his first WWE title. I think SummerSlam is a great land for him to do it. I think Sheamus is a great opponent for him to have in this big stage. I could also like bold predict that by Sheamus losing this title, and if we're having this superstar shakeup, then he could finally go back to SmackDown to earn the IC title, which it's the last title he needs to become a slam. Slam.
Gonna slam
Slam.
championship.
Yes. For some reason, I can't talk right now, guys. So I apologize for me slurring certain words. But yeah, he could be a Grand Slam champion, along with many great ones on the list. So, all right, we're on the same page with Damian Priest. That was pretty cool. Now, another Latino cousin of ours in the motherland of Mexico's. We have the Mysterios family versus the Usos for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. Now, honestly, the bloodline is strong. The bloodline has been doing its job. The bloodline has been showing what they could have been a long time ago, around like 2016, 2017, if they could have stay away from trouble. But with this being said, I'm going to support my Latino family. I'm going with the Mysterios because it's great that the Usos are working with other tag team that are not like Dolph and Bobby Roode, and also the New Days. You know what I'm saying?
And also,
really,
there's not too many tag teams either. If you think about it, it's like they've been getting rid of everybody.
Oh, definitely with the release and all. So it's really great to see that our, that the Usos are helping and build a good tag team with the Mysterios. Ray winning his title, another title with his son, is not a bad thing. So why not? Why not give that push? Why not continue building that story? Because a family that lose together kind of stay together too. So Mysterios for me. Luisito?
Um, basically this pair cannot afford to lose anytime soon. So I'm picking the Usos to keep it and keep it in basically that tribal chief, the tribe, because I feel they're gonna probably hold maybe until Mania. Either Mania or probably I think that's I want to see the whole
10
tribal.
months.
Yep.
Golly. All right. All right. Speak your talk. Talk your talk. I start to
So it's just like
wow.
they wanted. I know they got into some outside of the ring issues and stuff, but that hasn't stopped them. They won it, I think, a week after that issue outside of in real life. But I think that there's really, besides their Mysterio, there's really no other contenders for them. I think they're gonna just run shop of during the tag team division until they start doing the swap once again. So,
bro, like, look, is unfortunate that they cannot stay out of trouble. Okay, but again, for some reason, Vince must love them. You know what I'm saying? To get them still involved, to allow them to win a tag team championship too after the incident occur. Naomi not having much TV time either. I mean, like, honestly, I feel like there's some things that the house got to get in order before they could pursue on. So that's why I'm going with the Mysterios, because I feel like the Mysterio again builds certain rivalry that could keep going back and forth until Survivor Series. If the Usos win this again, sure, WrestleMania till then. But
and also like you mentioned Survivor Series, I know we're getting what 1, 2, 3, 4 pay-per-views from now, but I would prefer the Usos be my SmackDown's champions for Survivor Series than the Mysterios. I know they could lose it between here and there, but I just want at least I would say at least Survivor. I know WrestleMania is a little too far ahead, but at least until Survivor, I want them to be basically Roman have his team, aka his family, on his side, especially for Survivor Series.
All right.
Because imagine, picture this. So you have SmackDown.
I'm picturing it. Yep.
Roman champion, tag team, the Usos, right? We'll talk about this eventually, pretty quick. But imagine on the Raw side, New Day.
Oh, all right. I see what you are predicting, but is it possible? Maybe
Survivor Series, and that'd be a really good Survivor Series if it works out that way.
If it works out that way. Well, let's talk about it. The person that my friend just declared that may lose his belt, not to a legend, but to a briefcase contender named Big E, is the Bobby Lashley versus Goldberg. And now paint me this picture, okay? Who falls? Is there, or who gets the belt, and who does Big E cash it in on?
So Big E cashed it in for the WWE champion on the heavyweight champion, but we will have 2 title changes. So we're gonna have Goldberg spear.
Okay, continue.
And then after the match ends, it's gonna be a great family gathering. Big E comes in, does his thing, walks out champion.
Okay. So Big E cashing in the belt. Well, it all depends if he gets the briefcase back on Friday. Okay. So if he does get the belt, cool. I hope that does happen. However, I don't see Goldberg getting the belt away from Bobby Lashley. I just can't see it. Bobby Lashley is just too big, too strong, and too powerful to even to dominate. It's just to dominate the whole match. I mean, Goldberg, sure, he could pull the same stunt that he did back in
I think two manias ago. He did WrestleMania 2 manias ago, and I think was
but that Mania he lost though. But he lost. And then the first one against Brock, he knock him out within less than 30 seconds. I forgot which WrestleMania was that one. But he could try to attempt that, but like the second attempt he had with Brock Lesnar, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Bobby Lashley is too strong. Bobby Lashley, and with MVP too, I mean, like hell. I mean, I feel like that this could be one of the shortest match of the card, to be honest with you, because it's a handicap. This is not a entertainment anymore. Um, I love how, not to go too much down this rabbit hole with you, but I understand that people were really excited that Christian won the belt, and then people are saying, "Oh, how come when they brought legends back on WWE, we gave it a hard time?"
Well, they're also different legends
But
because you have like older by usage rate, older wrestlers than what Christian is.
but this is the difference, right? What people are forgetting is that they're just only seeing all the bad stuff as fans. We're shouting out, but they keep forgetting when they first came back, when Goldberg first came back in 2014. We were excited, we were happy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We were on that train. We was like Goldberg. When The Rock came back, we were excited. When John Cena first came back after many moons, we were excited. But the thing is, when it becomes repetitive, then there's no more flavor to the match. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, why are we doing this? You know what I'm saying? Now, Christian won the Impact Championship. It's his first one after many, many moons. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, we're going to celebrate that because that's an accomplishment compared to repetitive. So that's why, unfortunately, with Goldberg versus Bobby Lashley, I'm going with Bobby Lashley because I'm sorry, man.
It should be fun, that one.
Now, I will say this: if Big E is bold enough to do it, he'll do it once Goldberg sneak attack Bobby Lashley. I feel like Goldberg will have the last laugh where Big E could have the opportunity to run in, cash it in, 1, 2, 3.
And also, we're taking in consideration, let's say they have the match, then Big E, like everybody else, runs and catches it in. Currently, Big E's like the biggest babyface for SmackDown, correct?
Yes,
so
he is. Yes, he is.
If I was programming or making the program for this, especially him being the biggest babyface ever, if I was the babyface, wouldn't I want to have an even match? So what about our triple threat? And Big E wins out, and he could.
If a triple threat isn't involved, then I would give Goldberg more of a higher chance of winning it because he will not have to be much involved. Big E and Bobby would do most of the work, and then Bill will be able to try to pull a fast one and be accomplished. But again, if we look at history, when it comes to triple threat match, Big E does also have a high winning percentage compared to Bobby and Goldberg, even though Goldberg has that 200 legendary wins. But Big E so far, tag team triple threat match, triple threat match, he's been on fire. I have not seen him lose a match like that. So maybe I could see this happening.
Yeah, because I feel this is like the best opportunity for him to cash it in. He could hold it for a bigger stage, WrestleMania, Hell in a Cell, whichever,
Times Square, anywhere.
But I feel like just we have the only thing it's we got Hell in a Cell, a couple of pay-per-views after this, but that Survivor Series. So like I'm thinking, I'm saying that this is probably the best way for him to cash it in or be able to be a champion and be with his boys at the end of the day.
Maybe. I mean, then New Day will have to try to get the belt as well. So
but the New Day could have a chance, especially going against Omos, and I'm saying, like they could, because it's basically them and RKO, Archer Bros, and Miz and Morrison for Raw.
And
Viking
Raiders too, Ricochet and whoever he wants to be with, Damian Priest if he wanted. There's a lot of mixed match tag team that could occur in Raw. But the thing is that I know we're still down this rabbit hole together, so let's slowly try to climb up. Is that me personally? I think Xavier Woods is slowly going to be gone for quite some time with everything that he's doing outside of WWE. I mean, like hypothetically, I mean, with Breeze no longer be there, Adam Cole contract
Unknown.
expiring after Sunday, and then boom, I'm not sure much of
Cesaro's still
Cesaro.
around. Cesaro's still around. I
Cesaro's
think
still
they
around.
offer Adam Cole $1 million a year, which is decent, but he's getting right now 100. I
Is
know
he
we're getting
worth
off
that $1
tangent
million though?
to not go someplace else. Yeah.
I mean, would if I was Adam Cole will still be part of Up Up Down Down even if he was with AEW. Calling it right now. He leave
Yeah.
the company. He still have a spot with Up Up Down Down. I believe that with all my heart. But anyway, it's here or there. So you predict Goldberg winning the belt, followed by Big E. I predict Bobby Lashley winning it, and possibility that Big E could cash it in on Bobby Lashley. Wow, that was a fun rabbit hole to jump through right there. So let's throw in some females. You know what I'm saying? Let's throw some women matches right now. Let's throw one of the hottest talk since Friday, which is Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks for the SmackDown Women's Championship. I am impressed with the energy, with the promo. Surprised Sasha is trying to create a stable with Trinidad, Selena Vegas, and Carmella. You know what I'm saying? I'm really impressed of what they're trying to do with the option of Bayley being out for almost a year. So it's really excited for me to say that Sasha Banks would not be the new tag team SmackDown champion. Bianca Belair, I think she's gonna pull something magical. You know what I'm saying? I think what we witnessed in WrestleMania, I think we could see her doing something a little bit extra with a surprise move. You know what I'm saying? Because she stated in the post interview with Kayla is that she's the EST and she's about to not play games no more. So I'm hoping she does something incredible. And if Carmella and Zelina Vega interfere in what's so sense, then I believe her NXT friends, Tegan Knox and
Chauncey
Chauncey joins in and help her out to even
we have like an NXT versus
just to prevent the interference if it occurs. So Luisito, who is your pick?
The champion retains. Bianca Belair retains.
Wow, we're once again together. All right, yes.
I appreciate that Sasha's building something. Basically,
beautiful.
I wrote here. Basically, Team Bad 2.0, because we had Team Bad when she first started, moved up from NXT. I think it was her, Tamina, and Naomi.
Yep.
So, I like that they basically putting people together that have similar interests and compatibilities and stuff. But, I feel like it's her time to be a leader of a group, but not the champion yet or anymore. I saw the meme between them. It was kind of funny. I don't know if you've seen the meme of Edit and Eddie, the girl versions. The girl versions. So it's funny. Like
no. The one I witnessed was the legendary Pokemon birds. Okay. Them being Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres, which is kind of funny because it's the color of their hair.
Basically, yeah. So but I think Bianca is gonna win. She basically I think she's gonna accomplish it before so she already defeated Bayley. Yep. She's already defeated Sasha. It's gonna be basically second time. The only thing basically I know she mentioned in an interview that she's wants to be the first woman to defeat all the 4 horsewomen. So I think
isn't that inaccurate though? Because didn't Asuka it was the first one to defeat all 4?
Yeah, but not as not I'm saying not continuously, but the only thing's gonna be tough, especially with Flair at the moment because she's in a different brand.
Yep.
But maybe Superstar Shakeup or Survivor Series, who knows? I think Bianca will be able to do it. I know that Becky's been in the works. She's been training and stuff. I don't think it's her time yet. it'll be kind of cool to see her, appear at SummerSlam, just kind of like a cameo, which just say I'm next or whatever. But Bianca Belair has to kind of accomplish that goal or mission of her defeating all the four horsewomen before she drops the title.
I mean, what's the opportunity or possibility, I should say, that Becky shows up and it's with SmackDown? Like,
yeah, it could happen. Yeah,
1, 2, 3 on Banks, Becky show up, and then she'd be like, "Yeah, I'm next now. I'm in SmackDown. We're doing this on the next pay-per-view." I could definitely see that happening.
Then maybe a Survivor Series, potentially, if
yep,
Flair wins. You could see Survivor Series Flair against Bianca as Survivor Series. Then you could have her defeating all four.
Again, I still feel like Asuka was like the first one to do it.
Yeah, but she also lost. She lost her defeat. It's just not saying she lost her credibility, but just Bianca being the first one to like kind of start taking down everybody at the top, especially who's the champions. I feel like she has proven herself being the EST and backing it up.
All right. Well, let's see what occurs. Saturday sounds like a wonderful, wonderful event as we speak. And we mentioned Miss Charlotte, so let's talk about her match right now. In the Raw side for the Women's Championship, we are privileged with a triple threat match. We have Rhea Ripley, we have the beautiful queen herself, Charlotte Flair, or Charlotte, I'm not sure if she still have the last name, and we have Nikki, almost a superhero, defending her title. And honestly, anything goes. There is no countouts. There's no DQ. It's a really exciting match. I mean, we could definitely see some high maneuver, high risk rewards happening with Nikki and Charlotte, since they're more of the acrobat type of girl. And then we could definitely see some power ground pounding from Charlotte, and Rhea being the powerhouse. So when we talk about these equation, right? Quickness, Nikki, Charlotte, and then Rhea, and then power is Rhea, Charlotte, and Nikki. I'm going with power, and I believe that Rhea can once again be the Raw Women's Champion.
I think I'm keeping the status quo. I need the whole WWE universe to go back to balance. Since we had every champion, and some of my choices go back to other people and things happening, I think to stabilize, especially Raw, I think Flair is winning the title back to make Raw.
And you call that balance?
Yes, to go back to not status quo, but it's like,
explain this balance.
I feel like I appreciate what Nikki's done. She's being almost a superhero, especially fans coming back, and for the kids, marketable, great, excellent. Before her, we had Rhea Ripley winning the title. Good for her. She came back and was able to defeat, I think it was in a triple threat, but she was basically able to come back and be a champion. I feel like Raw is Flair. So you need somebody you need her to not reset the brand, but reset the women's division. Then she could lose it afterwards or whatever. But I feel like you need her. The only thing that kind of sucks about that, it's like, I know the WWE's doing giving her, trying to get her to her dad's 16-time whatever, which her winning this one gets her one close to that mark. But I think we just need
the NXT, or just like,
I think I think it's just the main roster. I think she got,
because she's 11,
12
right?
or 13. Yeah. So this will be the 12th one if she wins it. But I feel like she's been doing great. Nikki Ash is good, but I feel like it's not, for me, it's as credible. She's doing a great job, but especially in a triple threat going against these two, no chance. Rhea Ripley had her chance. She lost it. I think it's back to kind of hot potato, back to Charlotte Flair.
So according to the research right here, it would be 13 if they respectfully recognize NXT, but with WWE is 11, and it could be 14 or maybe
Is that with
or
the Divas one?
including the Divas.
Okay.
Well, the Diva is part of the 11 because that was the
Okay. Yeah.
switch. But they say it could be a total of 14 if they include the women's tag team that she won with Asuka. So she's really pretty close to 16.
Yeah.
But let's say the number is 11 right now.
Yeah.
5 more to go. She's pretty young. I don't think she's going to continue much with the company after, her future husband no longer working with WWE. Ric Flair seems to be no longer welcome to WWE. So why should she stay at WWE?
No.
So,
but I feel the only way to keep her happy is with the title. So keep giving her the title.
Titleman is not really going to do much because like all I see her doing is like she wins it, fine, but then it's going to be a while until we actually see her in the match. I don't see her as a fighting champion compared to Nikki and Rhea. Rhea will accept any challenge. I mean, think about this: when Rhea was champion, Charlotte multiple times have requested for matches after matches against her, not given to others, even though they were limited with superstars for Rhea to face. I mean, again, I think like with Charlotte, her flavor is just overdone. I feel like we need to just like take it back, switch the diet a bit. You know what I'm saying? Give Nikki, Rhea a chance to see if they could build something up beautifully. If not, fine, implement Charlotte Flair once again involved, and then make her the 12-time or 15-time champion, depending on how you like to count it. So for me, it's like I'm hoping Rhea, because Rhea is still fresh, and hopefully she could attract other NXT star or other newcomers to, try to take the belt from her.
True. But we'll see. You got Rhea. I'm surprised nobody else picked the current champion, but kudos
she's
for her.
Adorable, but honestly, let's be frank.
It's also a triple threat, so she could, use weapons too. You know what I'm saying? She could even out that playing field,
I mean, like speed, Nikki, Charlotte, and Rhea. When it comes to power, Rhea, Charlotte, and Nikki. I'm going with powerhouse. I'm going with the hard hitters. So that's the only reason why I'm picking Rhea. And I understand why you're picking Charlotte, because she's like, multi-talented and very diverse. So with all the women's matches being mentioned for that night, I believe we only have
the match of the day.
The match of the night, the return of John Cena, and without
the summer of Cena.
With John see no evil, John hear no evil, John don't speak no evil. But that's a lie. John immediately came back during the promotion, the week of the release of his movies, Suicide Squad, and quickly announced that he's going for Roman Reigns. Not surprised. I would prefer Bobby Lashley. That would have made a little bit more sense to me. But it's here or there. It's Roman Reigns. And with the trash talk, the push, the physical debating that they have these past few weeks, honestly, Cena said doesn't matter if he get his ass whooped or not. All he needs is 1, 2, and 3. Luisito, you had a nice story build up with the Bloodline retaining the tag team championship. What's your thoughts of the tribal chief keeping or losing the belt?
He has to keep it. There's no way. Cena only comes around when you say his name 3 times, like Beetlejuice. It's just like there was nobody. Cena had a great point. There was no other contenders for the title. That's why I had to come back. And also kind of they revisited some of the promos that they had currently last weekend and stuff to what they had the first time they faced each other. Roman got better. He looks better physically and also moveset and everything, program and everything. And also helps that he has an advisor to his throne. But Roman has to keep it because basically the end goal for this, making Roman the biggest face of WWE, biggest everything, we all know it's gonna be him against The Rock. That's all the programming that's been for.
Okay.
They have to continue this. And also John Cena, I don't think he's gonna be here for full time. So him winning the title wouldn't do anything, and will destroy what you have built for Roman. So the bloodline, keeping everything until further notice.
All right. Now, I agree with everything you said. I also remember that John Cena said that this is not a pastime. He's not going to do this one match and leave. It seems like he's going to try to be a little bit more active, because I believe he has other movies, other, side projects that he's been working on that he wants to definitely, promote, and him being in WWE could attract people to be watching him. So, honestly, do I want to see John Cena beat Ric Flair number? Yes. Is Ric Flair part of the WWE universe at the moment? No. Is it the best way to say F you to Ric Flair by John Cena breaking the record? Yes. But in reality, Ric Flair has over 25 heavyweight championship cuts. So long way to go, buddy. But yeah, I could see why Roman Reigns could win the title. And yet, looking at my list right now, I already have 1, 2,
and also
3. I have like
see
3 people already doing a belt switch, which doesn't happen that often either. So I would like for John Cena to break the record, but I'm gonna have to go with my with my mind, my thoughts, and my logic, and conclude that seems like Roman Reigns will retain the belt even if it's a DQ.
I think he's gonna win by submission. He's gonna choke out John Cena, because John Cena said, "Oh, you only have to move, spear, Marvel, is not Marvel superhero, so it's just like, okay, so he has, he knows what he does, but he hasn't faced John Cena, and John Cena haven't seen his submission game yet. So that's a new face of what Roman could do, and he's taken out almost everybody that he's faced with that submission. So it'll be a great way to implement that to John Cena. John Cena doesn't quit. He gets choked out. He looks good, and Roman looks even better.
And if he does, so if he's choked out and pass out,
he's like, "Oh, I never lost." No, I'm saying like
that's a KO. Yep, that's a KO. I could see the story still being built. Also, since it's Summer of Cena, I could also see him win. But then, how many times has he lost during the SummerSlam matches? A lot of them. There's only been one match he have won, and the rest he have lost. So the numbers don't lie either. So again, Roman Reigns on my paper is retaining the belt just because of just thinking out loud, and also remember history. Because
but you're gonna, if they give it to Cena, you destroying in one match, you're destroying everything you've built for the past almost 2 years.
I don't think so.
Like Roman has been, I think if he wins and continues winning, he's gonna have the longest reign as champion. You're basically the end game of this. It's Roman Reigns against The Rock, which
it's still gonna happen. Yeah,
but it's just like I don't know. He needs to get rid of everybody. Like you need to make Roman Reigns look so undestructible that it's like only somebody out of nowhere, The Rock or somebody like that could even out or match him. Like
the thing is, like, even a great empire will fall. You know what I'm saying? One way or another, it will fall. And of course, again, Cena winning, I hearing you, the golden shovel, Roman Reigns could start from the bottom. Hypothetically, he could. But again, Roman Reigns is such a top talent, even with the loss from Cena, is not going to do no harm. It could probably push, these following not too popular pay-per-views to be more watchable and see if he could retain the belt within the next pay-per-view or not. It's a story because, like, do you want, I mean, one way or another, it's most likely they're pushing that Cena wins the belt. Now, if it's not the Universal, are we also saying that, okay, because I couldn't win the Universal, now I'm going to go to Raw and face whoever's the heavyweight champion and
Well,
win
he's a
that
free
belt?
agent. He's
Huh?
a free agent. He's not stuck to a brand.
No, of course he's not stuck to a
Yeah.
brand, of course.
And
But
also, like, for example, like
are we just
the
saying he's just a hit and quit? Like, I couldn't do it, so yeah, I'm going to switch over to Raw and then try to win their belt.
that's what
Oh,
Goldberg did.
I mean,
And Edge too. Everybody that comes back did that.
Well, hold on. The only difference is that I don't think Goldberg ever won the heavyweight championship. He only won the Universal.
Well, yeah, before they switch colors. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's been consistent.
But Edge basically went from like Randy Orton, they went back to like
Roman Reigns.
You know what I'm saying? So it's basically people who are, I guess, free agents or like legend status.
Right.
Fluctuate between brands. There's not really stuck to a specific entity. And also to add to Roman Reigns' situation, for example, he beats John Cena this one. John Cena said, you never beat, like, I didn't give up.
Yep.
So let's say that's Clash of Champions. They go at it again. Nothing.
Okay.
So we had him go against Roman, go against The Fiend, Braun Strowman, Edge. We have John Cena. It's gonna take Finn Balor, even Demon Finn Balor, get destroyed to make even the thing of Roman look even like Roman as a character even bigger. Defeat Finn Balor with Demon Finn Balor, defeat him. Then that's, let's say, Hell in a Cell. You could have Demon Finn Balor and still be him. So like just to make Roman look bigger and bigger and bigger.
But but in order that to occur, that means Cena after SummerSlam, he was like, all right, it was a one and done. I'm going to go to Raw and trying to get this belt from whoever's the current. And it doesn't really look good for his character because John Cena is never promoted himself as a person who flip-flops easily. You know what I'm saying? He usually stay consistent until he's physically hurt or is like, he's done or the story is done. And I don't think the story between him and Roman is going to be a one dance. I feel like it's going to be best out of three, each of them winning the belt. And with Roman Reigns figuring a match that would destroy John Cena, that would be the match that will fully attract The Rock to be like, all right, you destroy him this way, fair. Because one thing Roman Reigns could say is that out of the 3 dances I did with Cena, I won 2. Out of the 2 matches that you had with Cena, it's a tie because you guys never done it again after that WrestleMania. So that's something that could also provoke The Rock of returning to, SmackDown and face Roman Reigns in the biggest stage that they could offer. So either way, I'm hoping best out of 3 between Cena and Roman, because that's much they have to offer. I would love to see Big E or Seth Rollins involved in this picture, but right now with Cena involved, it's not best to have them and push them aside. It's just best to have this story be told and then follow through with someone else. Because Finn Balor faced Roman Reigns. Then what? Hell in a Cell, we see Demon Balor. Demon Balor never lost a match. Are we really going to sacrifice that streak?
They've done it with other. You had Bray Wyatt lose. You had Asuka lose undefeated streak. You had Goldberg lose. You had Undertaker lose. So you had streaks and things that are memorable get washed away because they wanted to.
And the one intact streak that they have, are they really going to just like, all right, Finn, your demon character is gonna finally lose a match that never experienced, and then we see Finn goes away? Then it's like, honestly, it just doesn't look good. You need something that is precious and something that people could still brag about. You know what I'm saying? Besides winning championship after championship, or great matches after great matches, there have to be one other element that they could say that they'd be like, you know what? Even though WWE sucked, Finn Balor, Demon Street, never lost, never been touched. And it'd be sad to see that being destroyed. But again,
I
that's
feel like nothing's kept sacred anymore at WWE, so they just.
I mean, like, it's most likely they're gonna sell the company to Disney, and then Disney make it a full with Mickey Mouse and
that's why
Goofy.
you get rid of the demon Finn now before they take over.
And what if Alexa Bliss turned into the Fiend? I mean, isn't she possessed by the Lady Abigail? Isn't she allowed to transform? So what's up with that?
I know.
So here we are, guys. We're in the middle of a road, and we're seeing two sides of this event. One side, we're hoping for a great event that should happen with the energy and live of Las Vegas, which I know they'll definitely hype it up to the max. But there are also a great possibility that some match could be botched, and it could be one of the biggest disappointment we ever seen, since it's the first time in the longest we're seeing it on a Saturday instead of the traditional Sunday.
Yeah, that's what I found weird. More weird of everything being on a Saturday rather than Sunday.
So, with that being said, guys, what's your thoughts? Do you agree with our pick? Which opinion are you strongly with? Which information did we miss out? Please comment down below and let us know. If you listen to an audio podcast app, please make sure you give us a 5 stars in the likes, so we know what we're doing well and what we can improve on. And if you're watching this between Instagram and YouTube, hey, share with your friends, post it on your story. Help us, help you, help us. So, any last word, Luisito, before we go?
No, this should be a good finally of our first big pay-per-view in a while, and it should be fun this Saturday. I'm just looking forward for this. I think they're gonna make up what they couldn't do for WrestleMania. We might get some stuff for this Allegiant. This is supposed to be like the summer of Cena, so let's see what happens, especially for the last match.
Well, I'm hoping for the best, never the worst for anyone, and that everybody come out healthy. With that being said, my name is Jay Aguila.
This is Luisito.
And we say buenas noches and peace.
Good night. See ya.